They say white men can't jump. Yet, when we think of high-flying dunkers, names like MJ, LeBron, and Vince Carter come to mind. But hold on. What about the white guys who defied gravity and made us question physics? Right now, a white player is literally the NBA slam dunk champion. And with modern sports science making athletes faster, stronger, and more explosive, you'd think the best white dunker ever would be from today, right? Well, what if I told you the greatest white dunker of all time played 40 years ago? Dan Mearly, aka Thunder Dan, is one of the best white dunkers ever because of his rare combo of power, explosiveness, and fearless in-game slams. Most fans remember him for his three-point shooting, but early in his career, he was a legit athlete who threw down mean dunks. At 6'6", built like a tank and packing serious upper body strength, he absorbed contact and still hammered at home. His nickname wasn't for nothing. His signature two-handed power slam in transition was pure violence. He never chased dunk contests, but for real in-game poster power, Thunder Dan was top tier. And during the Suns' 1993 finals run, he attacked the rim like a man possessed. Chase Budinger reportedly had a 40-in vertical leap, which let him float above defenders like it was nothing. Before basketball, he was an elite volleyball player, so his body control, timing, and jumping mechanics were already next level. And unlike some guys who only shine in dunk contests, Budinger was throwing down vicious in-game dunks all the time. Even after the NBA, he kept showing off his hops in pro volleyball. The man just jumps for a living. Mario Hongja, 6'8" 40-inch vertical, and a whole lot of swagger. His most iconic moment, dunking on Giannis and stepping over him like Iverson did to Tyronn Lue. Giannis was so mad he literally said he'd punch Hongja in the nuts if he ever did it again. That's how you know it was a legendary poster. Windmills, tomahawks, double pumps. Hongja pulled them off in games, not warm-ups. His confidence made him dangerous. Even though his career didn't go as expected, his highlight reel is still outrageous. Manu Ginobili may not be the first name you think of, but don't let that fool you. Manu's spot on this list comes from his creativity and fearlessness. His Europe made defenders freeze, and when they overplayed it, boom, he'd explode into a surprise dunk. He wasn't the most athletic guy, but his unpredictability made his dunk shocking. One moment he's going for a crafty layup, the next he's slamming it on someone's head. That's peak Manu. Pat Connaughton has a 44-inch vertical, one of the highest in NBA history. Before basketball, he was a pro-level baseball pitcher, and the explosive lower body power absolutely shows when he takes off. Pat delivers posters, putbacks, and alley-oops in real NBA games. He jumps way higher than he looks. Mac McClung. Now, you're probably wondering why a multiple dunk contest champion is this low. Simple. He had only 2 dunks in NBA games before taking over the world. But in terms of pure dunking talent, he might be the greatest white dunker ever. His high school mixtaps were ridiculous, and his 2023 dunk contest performance, 4 perfect 50s on 4 attempts, basically revived the entire event. The man is a human trampoline. If he ever gets consistent NBA minutes, his ranking will skyrocket. Lauri Markkanen surprised everybody with his dunking. 7-footers aren't supposed to move like wings. But after he was unleashed in Utah, his dunk numbers exploded. He dunks with the power of a center, but with the acrobatics of a forward. There aren't many white European bigs with this combination of size, mobility, and flair. Keep this pace up, and he might become the greatest European dunker ever. Chris Birdman Anderson is here because of one thing: violence. Birdman didn't do finesse. His dunks were pure aggression. Poster slams, putbacks, lobs. He just dunked everything with bad intentions. Covered in tattoos, flying around with crazy energy. Birdman turned every dunk into a moment. If he grabbed an offensive rebound near the rim, defenders knew trouble was coming. He wasn't just a dunker, he was a force. Brent Barry had a totally different style. Not raw power, not crazy flair, but finesse, creativity, and intelligence. He won the 1996 dunk contest with smart, smooth, stylish dunks. jumping over a chair, dunking in a warm-up suit. The man had showmanship. His hops weren't elite, but his technique made him stand out. A classic dunk contest legend. Before we reveal the greatest white dunker ever, here are some honorable mentions. Rex Chapman, Bob Sura, Kristaps Porzingis, Rudy Fernandez, David Lee, and of course, Tom Chambers. Speaking of Chambers, Tom Chambers didn't just dunk, he detonated. His poster on Mark Jackson is still one of the greatest dunks in NBA history, period. At 6'10" in with freakish explosiveness, Chambers jumped over big defenders like they were traffic cones. He finished with authority, power, and style, and it didn't matter who was in his way. That's why so many fans consider him the greatest white dunker of all time. So, who's your favorite white dunker? Let us know down below. And make sure to subscribe for more hoops content just like